What up? What's going on? It's your boy Jigga Carr, certified high performance coach. It is Sunday conversation time. Hey, first of all, if you're watching this portion of the video, hit hashtag replay for me. I love it when you guys comment and you replay and you share these because it really helps our reach. And I appreciate it because the vast majority of us that watch on our lives are through the replays. And so I appreciate those things. Man, it's Sunday conversation time. You know, I'm coming here at halftime of the NBA Finals because, of course, I'm watching the NBA Finals. And actually, my live has a lot to do with the NBA Finals as well, too. But I want to take a minute and just say a thank you so much for so many people who supported our Amplify Her Day yesterday. We had so many people that supported Amplify Her so much that I know we'll have to do another day where we get to amplify more of my clients, more people from our community who are doing phenomenal things. Like, I mean, for me to get a chance to spend some time and be able to share what Miss Opal's doing with Opal Allen. Opal's been in our community for a long time and now is getting to tell her story of working through and getting through domestic violence and through being around drug use and a lot of different things. And what it is that she's been able to create from that has been phenomenal. It really has. And then after that, to get Tamara Henderson, Tamara's been around. You know, I've known Tamara now for like 2 or 3 years now. But for her to get a chance to have written her story of becoming the Total Package 10 and that 10 meaning something within their business and what it is that they create, that has been amazing as well too. And so to see that, and then Dr. Lugenia Rucker, like Dr. Lugenia, literally such a powerful force. She is such a powerful force in what is she's doing. So like, you know, I've got Miss Opal from Memphis, and I've got Tamara from Memphis. You know, Memphis is where I live. I'm a Memphian by choice. I choose to be in Memphis. I love the fact that I wasn't born and raised in Memphis, but I love the fact of being able to do the things I've been able to do in Memphis and to be able to do that. But Dr. Lugenia is from Philly. And so for some reason, I work with a lot of people from Philly as well too. And so she's from Philly. And what she's doing with the Game Changer program and that, with that certification, allowing women to be able to have a real a place to be able to put together, to be able to move, to get things done has been terrific with that, a game changer and what she's been able to create from that perspective. And then also having Parishon Hall. And so Parishon, and from the Dallas area, her book, The Culture Code, is going to be amazing. So we've got two books that are coming out of that group. One that's out in a program that is rocking and going forward with that. So that's been terrific. But today, what I want to talk about in our Sunday conversation is all about overcoming adversity. Now, this is really interesting because I'm doing this right now at halftime, although the game is about to get back started again, but at halftime of the NBA Finals. And so, look, in the NBA Finals, we've been sitting here watching these finals, right? You know, it's not the sexy finals that people necessarily wanted to see with teams that people wanted to be able to watch, but it's been really compelling for me, especially as a sports fan, as someone who played, because you got these two small market teams that are going at it. And so you've had Tyrese Halliburton, who this entire playoffs has been just magical at the end of games. And playing with an injury, playing through injuries, making it happen here in this finals. Now he's gone down in the first half of this game, what appears like an Achilles tear. And so like that's a year injury. That's a horrible thing. And it's hard. But like, guess what? He went down early in the first half after hitting three pointers, after already kind of being able to push and grow this thing and do so, right? He's went down after that. But still, the Indiana Pacers are in this game and up by one at halftime. Whether they win or not, we'll see. Time will tell. To be able to see how they do that. But I want to really talk about really quickly about how it is that we actually deal with and overcome adversity, because adversity is a given. We are absolutely going to get adversity in our life. That is something that my father used to say all the time when we passed by cemeteries. Son, that is the only place where people have no problems. And that is in the cemetery. And that's it. And so we're gonna have problems, we're gonna have issues, those things are gonna happen in your life, but we have to be able to get through it. So I want to give you 4 really quick steps of how we can get through the adversity, how we can truly make it. Okay. And so the first thing that we have to do is that we have to acknowledge the blow. Okay. You got to stop pretending like you are not hurt. When these adverse circumstances happen, when these things happen to us, when we get hit, when we get hurt, when the things happen, we have to acknowledge the blow. You acknowledge the fact of the difficulty of what it is that has happened to you and what it is that's happened in your life. You got to know that. You have to acknowledge the fact that this has happened, okay? Because we can keep going through and rolling through and pretending like that nothing's happened in our life, that everything is great, everything is awesome, okay? What is the Lego movie? Everything is awesome to do so. But you have to acknowledge the fact that this thing has happened. So like for me, it doesn't have to necessarily go through all of these hugely negative, big things that have gone on in our life. All right. It doesn't have to be these big, huge moments, but there have been those moments for me in my life. So I've gotten a chance to practice this. I've gotten all the adversity that I want to have. So, you know, people always pray for more patience or courage or whatever. Well, the thing that comes from that most of the time is a test. So I haven't prayed for any of that anytime recently. You know, it's about more joy, more happiness to be able to do that. But understand you have to acknowledge the blow. The second thing that you have to do, once you've acknowledged the blow, once you've acknowledged that the thing has happened, is we have to rebuild our mind first. Your mindset is your construction crew, okay? Your mindset is your construction crew. So how it is that your mindset is all about how you will be able to push through and make it. So we've seen that here in these playoffs quite a bit with the Pacers, because they'll be down by like double digits and down and going through things. And all of a sudden, they just shift and be able to do that. It's going to be interesting to see what they do here in this game, because the guy who's been that shifter, the guy who's been that person who's made the difference in what they've done is gone. So, but the thing is, in your mind, what we have to do is rebuild your mind first, because how it is that you go about it is everything to it. Okay. Now we deal with adversity. So we have to first acknowledge the blow. Hey, I got hit. Then we have to adjust our mindset for how it is that we're going to do it, how we're going to be able to move forward, how we're going to be able to get it done, right? Okay, that's important. The third piece, in order to be able to get past that adversity, is to take micro actions. So micro actions are really important because it's just those little things. So it's that one sales call. It's that one action. It's whatever it is, because that action begets more action and it starts to roll downhill for us. And so that's the thing that we see. And so you see this in comebacks in sports. It's one of the reasons why sports is one of the most, it's the best teacher for me within our lives, is that we have these sports pieces that are here in front of us, and there's these terrific actions that come with that, right? So you have these micro actions, and what happens is that's that momentum. People talk about momentum in sports, and they're like, oh, this is this great momentum that came from this. This is great piece, that the momentum that we were able to move from it. And so that's so important. And so we have to take those micro actions to do so. And number 4, in order to be able to overcome adversity. So think about it. We have to acknowledge the punch. We have to acknowledge the punch. We have to set our mind first. We have to take those micro actions that starts the momentum in the roll. Finally, we have to lean into our tribe. Understand this. God did not call you to go it alone. Okay? You do it. You do it. You don't win alone. You win with alignment, with accountability, and with belief systems. Alignment, accountability, and belief systems. That's how it is we win. So we have to be in alignment of what we're doing. We have to have some accountability of partners around us that help us to be able to move. And then having that really true belief system, that's what allows us to be able to truly, truly move. So understand this. You may be in adversity now. It might feel like it is the worst thing ever, but you are not stuck. You are not forgotten. You are not alone. Tonight, I'm inviting you, when you check this out, take the next step. Okay? Not only the next step into, not a step into perfection, but into momentum. Take that micro piece, be able to roll, take that momentum and be able to do that. If you're ready to do that, inside of my link in my account, there is a discovery call. If you're ready to be able to write that book, if you're ready to be able to make that movement in your business, if you're ready to be able to push it and get it done, there it is. All right. So look, as I close this out, I look and see that the Pacers are down by 5. That means they have the Thunder right where they want them, probably. But we'll see. Can you overcome adversity in your life? That's what it is. All right. Have a great week. This week is big. Today is Schedule Sunday. It's all about scheduling what we need to be able to get done over the week. Tomorrow for me is Magic Monday. Magic Monday for me is about being able to create the magic in my business. So it is about making sure that I go after customers that can pay me 3 to 4 times what my normal customer pays me. All right. Then there's Talk About It Tuesday. Talk About It Tuesday is about talking about my business to every person who it is I meet, because people around us don't know what it is we do. Then there's Work It Wednesday. For me, that's working in my business, not necessarily on my business. It's a day for me for education, making sure I'm staying educated on what I need to know. Thursday is Together Thursday. It's about linking together. You better figure out how do we work together to get things done. Friday for me is Follow Up Friday. Follow Up Friday for me is about following up on the things that fell through the cracks. And then there's Saturday. Saturday for me is Sanity Saturday. I have to do something to keep me sane. Have a tremendous, man, today has been phenomenal. I got a chance to be at the Minding My Own Black-owned business vendor expo. Lots of really great vendors out there. People being able to get it done, get it knocked out. Have a phenomenal week. You'll definitely see me this week, and we'll be talking soon. All right. Thanks a lot. All right. Bye-bye.